I'm James Sclater, portfolio manager and one of the co-founders of Horatius Capital. And I've just returned from a tour around part of Pakistan, and I just wanted to share some of what I learnt there with you. Going to do this in three parts. To start with, just a little bit of an introduction. Secondly, I want to talk a bit about the politics in the country and the economic situation there. And then finally, I'll look at the current situation, how they're dealing with COVID, the outlook for the future, and any investment opportunities that we see in the country. So to start with, I was traveling with two old friends. It was a motorcycle tour. We flew into Islamabad and then headed out west towards the Afghan border into that's the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, which used to be the old Northwest Frontier province, up along the border with Afghanistan before heading northeast up into the Karakorums, just below the Wakhan corridor there that divides Afghanistan from, divides Pakistan from Tajikistan, that strip of Afghanistan that runs across the north border there, moving east and then beginning to head south down towards what is really the eastern end of the Himalayas, not quite as far east as K2, as a little bit further over, actually nearer to Nanga Parbat, and then dropping down south again and back into Islamabad. So a big circle. Throughout the trip, we were the first foreign visitors that they had this year. And in most cases, amongst just a tiny handful of foreign visitors that they have even under normal circumstances. Maybe they get a few NGO staff, some diplomatic personnel from Islamabad, but really very few. From start to finish, everywhere we went, we were incredibly warmly welcomed. People, be they local farmers, local tourists from other parts of Pakistan, returning expats from the UK, for instance, we saw quite a few of those. The police, the military, all of them were very friendly, very curious to hear our story, find out where we were from, what we were doing there, to tell us about their lives and about the country, and to have their selfies taken with us. We received a huge amount of help from Pakistani friends, both in London and in Islamabad, before our departure and on arrival there. The process of getting our visas was pretty tricky, and we were very nearly put straight back on the British Airways plane back to Heathrow about an hour after arriving. But we managed to avert that, and everything went smoothly there on after. What else can I say? Yeah, we met. We were there for a couple of weeks, and we met a huge different array of different people. That we concluded our trip by spending the evening and the night with the British High Commissioner at the residence in Islamabad, and had fascinating conversations with him. Extremely well informed, even having only been stationed there for a bit under a year. But that provided us with incredible insight, actually, into both the dynamics within the country and the connections between Pakistan and its regional neighbours and the wider world. So a great cross-section of perspectives, and I'd like to share some of those with you in the next little clip. Thank you.